Listen up, failure is inevitable. It's gonna happen, and that's probably more common than you think. If you haven't experienced some form of failure in your life, you probably haven't stepped too far outside of your comfort zone. But here's what's killing your potential. It's not the failure itself, it's not the fear of it. You're suffering more from the fear that you ever would from actual failure. And that fear, that's like a brick wall, holding you back from reaching your goals on the other side. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to break through that wall, how to reframe your relationship with failure and turn it into your greatest advantage. Because the greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. The truth about failure. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Since failure is something that happens to everyone at some point, you may find some degree of comfort knowing you're not alone. But if failure is so common, why does it feel so big? Why is failure so hard to accept? Well, maybe it's not so much the failure itself, but the fear of it. Maybe it's so difficult because of all the emotions associated with it. If you're afraid of failing, expecting it, ruminating about it, focusing on it, you may be suffering more than you need to. Fear is bullshit. It's lies. Don't let the devil take control of your life. Here's what I've learned. Everyone views failures differently. It's often very personal. It can affect your feelings of self-worth and confidence. Not getting the job, not meeting deadlines, or failing to obtain a cherished dream can often result in feelings of shame, guilt, or discouragement. But what if I told you that changing the way you think about the situation might help? What if failure isn't your enemy? What if it's your teacher? Here's the first step to breaking through your fear of failure. Reframe what you're really afraid of. What are you really afraid of? Are you concerned about what other people say if you fail? Are you afraid you might lose your job? Are you afraid of never achieving a long-term dream? I want you to try to identify your emotions around the thoughts of failure. When you fail to meet an expectation, it can be disappointing or even painful. It can affect your motivation to continue to try again. But here's something powerful that Steve Jobs once said. Fear of failure fails away in the face of death. When you think about what's really important in the big picture of life, you might start to look at failure in another way. Rather than something to be feared, you may be able to see it as part of the process. Failure can often bring about new opportunities, alternative methods, and second chances. For example, you might find that job you didn't get gave you time to review your skills and find something that is better suited for you. If you didn't meet the deadline for a project, use it as a teachable moment, spotlighting the areas where you need to improve. By thinking about what failure means to you, you might find that instead of a debilitating crisis, it can become a stepping stone for greater success. Failure happens for a reason. Let me break down why failure actually happens, because understanding this will change everything. Failure can happen for many reasons. Maybe you didn't get that right tools of experience. Maybe it was a matter of something out of your control. Maybe you neglected to make the most of your time and energy. Here's what you need to do. Try making an assessment of what went wrong, and then see how you can reframe the situation into something positive. When it gets hard, how do you continue to keep going? Well, you need to have a strong mindset, stop believing in limited beliefs and lying to yourself. Take action, go for a run, work out, do something that's gonna change your life for the positive. Get away from that bad behavior, that bad negative thoughts. Do something that's gonna empower you to feel better and take action. By not taking failure personally, you may find yourself stronger, wiser, and more able to be the better next time. This is about building resilience, about that unbreakable force inside you that refuses to surrender. Here's a game changer. Fear and excitement can be two sides of the same coin. Fear of failure can be scary, but do what you have to do. Anyway, reframe fear into excitement and nervousness or the unknown, and then do your best. You feel that resistance when you're about to do something that could fail? That instinct screaming, stay safe? That is weakness begging for control. But you are stronger. Every time I step into that cold plunge, my body screams, my mind screams louder, every fiber of my being resists. But here's the damn truth. If you can control that inner voice screaming at you to quit in a freezing tub of water, you can control it when the deal falls apart. You can control it when life hits you with a punch. This is not just about physical endurance. This is a daily mental battleground. Every second you endure discomfort, every controlled breath you take, you are forging mental steel. Visualize success. Now let me teach you one of the most powerful tools to overcome fear of failure, visualization. Fear can creep into your best laid plans. Doubt, worry, and procrastination can wreak havoc if you let them. When fear of failure is knocking at your door, your best bet might be to ignore it. Training your brain to think positive thoughts can be a helpful tool to dispel the fear of failure. Catch your negative self-talk and say to yourself, delete. Immediately redirect your thinking to something else that reinforces a positive outcome. According to research at the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Colorado, over 90% of their athletes used imagery in their sport by vividly imagining the actions taken in an event. and visualizing mastery and success. They could improve their own competitive skills. Visualization can be done in many different ways. Some techniques involve putting together a vision board, gather pictures and words, then depict the goal that you're working toward and put them together in a collage. Picture yourself reaching your goal. Be clear and specific, encompassing as many of your physical senses as possible. Put yourself in the center of the scene rather than viewing it as an outsider. When you visualize the event through your own eyes, your brain perceives it as if it already is happening to you. As Henry Ford stated, obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off the goal. Surround yourself with support. Here's something crucial for breaking through fear of failure. You need the right people around you. People have an inner drive for community. From the earliest times of human development, it was important to live, interact with other humans. Our safety and survival depended on it. So it makes sense that when we surround ourselves with people who mirror our own best interests, real friends and trusted associates can make all the difference in how you handle fear when trying to accomplish something. For example, if you know you can count on someone to help you when needed, you can feel more secure knowing you have a safety net. People that will cheer you on when you're struggling can help you to keep going when it gets difficult. Having the right mindset requires surrounding yourself around positive people. You want to attract good people, so you got to go in there, and if you're going to add some value to people, help and empower. The old saying, a burden shared is a burden halved, is a reminder that things can be easier when you have someone to help you through it. Failing at something isn't nearly as scary when you have supportive people around to help you see what went wrong and how to do it better next time. Take action despite the fear. Here's where the rubber meets the road. You have to take action despite the fear. Artist Vincent van Gogh once quoted saying, "What would life be like if we had no courage to attempt anything?" Fear of failure can make you feel stuck or even make you afraid of trying it at all. But action can help break through the wall of fear that is holding you back. Taking action shows you the progress is happening. For example, start with small steps that can bring results to boost your confidence and feel successful. Each time you complete a step, feelings of success can grow, with feelings of fear or decrease. Focus on progress, not performance, and remember that even if you fail along the way, you can always adjust your plans and keep trying. Einstein's wisdom. Albert Einstein said, "Failure is success to progress. As long as you're moving forward, you haven't failed." Find something in your mind and in your heart that you want to go do. Go attack it. Stop being lazy. Stop being comfortable. You can visualize a goal or a dream, but it's when you take action to achieve it, that's when possibility becomes real. Take calculated risks, don't be foolish, but rise above what's just a safe bet. Learn from failure. Now here's the ultimate mindset shift. Embrace failure. It's gonna happen. So resistance never makes it better. Knowing that there will be failure, but also success, keep it perspective and learn from your mistakes. Entrepreneur Malcolm Forbes said, "Failure is success if we learn from it. Failure can help you make better decisions next time and improve future outcomes." Life is not perfect. It's going to have its ups and downs, but failure is not the end. It's the balance that keeps you on track to thrive with humility, wisdom, and courage. The greatest victories are forged in the damn fire. This is about resilience, about unbreakable force inside you that refuses to surrender. It's about the mindset that understands setbacks are just setups for comebacks. When the world feels like it's trying to hold you back, dig in, hold on, keep pushing, remember your why, and refuse to let temporary pain derail your permanent goals, your breakthrough moment. So celebrate your success and learn from your failures. When you break through, fear of failure or world of possibilities are waiting for you. The day I decided to become unshakable, everything changed. My energy, my focus, my leadership, it all leveled up. But when I started, I stopped chasing comfort and started chasing the truth. You weren't born to be average. You were born to be awake. You were born to face challenges head on and turn them into victories. You have two choices. You can let fear of failure keep you small, or you can use it as a fuel to become unstoppable. What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything at all? Your time is now. Your moment is here. Here's what I want you to do right now. Think of one thing you've been avoiding because you're afraid of failing. Just one thing. Now, I want you to take the first step toward that one thing today. Not tomorrow, today. Because every day you let fear win is another day you stay stuck. Stop letting fear schedule your day. Stop letting the possibility of failure rob you of the certainty of growth. If this video helped you see failure differently, smash that subscribe button, drop a comment and tell me what you're going to attempt despite your fear. And remember, failure is not your enemy, fear of failure is. Break through that wall. Your breakthrough is waiting on the other side. Let's go.